So today I'm going to be reviewing this right here, which is the Earthwood Ernie ball extra light strings. So this is basically phosphor bronze, 10 to 50s, which is considered light. So this is basically, you know, warm. It says right here, warm balanced sound, and it has a little bit of a chart right there. So if you're gonna go for that dark sound, this is really good. I like the packaging. Almost looks like Art Deco. You know what I mean? Right. Made in USA. So I finally put these strings back on. Last time I had the medium, and then now I have the extra light. So this time the packaging is true to the sound, so the sound's really good. So if you're going for that I guess that kind of swampy dark sound, this is gonna sound really good. I just put them on. Okay, I play with my fingers, but I can also play with the pick, so I'll show you what this sounds like. Hopefully not too out of tune. Alright, so. You know, a lot of this has to do with also the guitar, right? This is kind of a cheaper end guitar. I'm looking for a good acoustic, but I don't want it to be too big. So this is more like a parlor guitar, right? So real dreadnought guitars are like huge. They're like probably about that, you know, at least that much bigger. So it gives it that nice depth, right? It rings out. Even though I have that little rubber bridge thing here going, where I put a piece of rubber here. Check that video to sort of deaden the sound a little bit, to give it that old sort of bluesy, you know. My girl, sorry, my girl, won't you lie to me? Don't you shiver and shake all night? So that song was popular from Leadbelly, which actually predates Leadbelly from the 1920s. So that song's like over 100 years old, right? It was popular long before, you know, Kurt Cobain sang it. And sort of, then it's like nobody else could sing it after that, unfortunately. So that's what it sounds like, the vocals. So let me do some other stuff, because this is singer-songwriter. Remember, the vocals are the most important thing, right? This is just accompaniment. That's all this is. So vocal is the most important thing, because that's what people want to hear. The vocals are the, you know, no pun intended, the voice of the band, the voice of the music, right? And I don't mean just to say that, oh, the vocal is the voice, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you know, the voice of the writer, kind of that kind of thing. So so let me see. Let me pull up these chords, do a little bit of Led Zeppelin. Let me see. Because, you know, that's what you want to hear. You want to see how the vocal sits on top of this, right? There's a sign on the wall, but she wants to be sure, 'cause you know sometimes words have two meanings. In a tree by the brook, there's a songbird that sings. Sometimes all of our thoughts are misgiven. There's a feeling I get when I look into the west, and my spirit is crying for leaving. In my thoughts I have seen rings of smoke through the trees, and the voices of those who stand giving. Right? And let's whisper that soon that we all call the tune, and the piper will lead us to reason, and a new day will dawn for those who stand long, and the forest will echo with laughter. If there's a hedgerow in your hedgerow, we gotta love now. Alright, I think I hit the wrong chord in one of those passages there. So anyway, that's what it sounds like. It sounds very... Right? Sounds pretty cool. I'm glad that I'm back here. So I think this is very good. Chords are rich. So phosphor bronze, right, gives you that brightness. So this is phosphor bronze. So I had mediums before, and then I went to those other strings, and I came back, and this time I chose extra light. So so it says rich, full tone with natural feel, precision wound with phosphor bronze wrap wire. Perfect for all musical genres and playing styles. So yeah, phosphor bronze will basically give you that kind of shine. Where 80-20 bronze is going to be a little bit, you know, duller sounding. But since I just pick with my fingers, we need that little bit of brightness. So if I go 80-20, it's going to sound way too dark. So the problem with Augustine strings was that it just sounded kind of, I don't know, its own thing. It's kind of weird. This is a balanced sound, even though that was phosphor bronze as well. See, it's a balanced tone. It's got good highs and good mids and lows. Right? So if I let this sit for a few days, it'll kind of set in. So the analog aesthetic here is that, even though this doesn't make logical sense, is that these strings have to sort of find a home in this guitar. And then if I come back 3 days later, it'll sound different. It's like something has to kind of set acoustically. Like I said, logically it makes no sense, but it has to kind of set acoustically, get sort of adjusted to the room temperature, and then also the, you know, the atmosphere here, right, which is close to the beach, which, you know, we have like I said, you know, kind of that damp, you know, salty air that tends to corrode everything outside, and it causes things to rust, right? So it's got to get used to that kind of Southern California weather, and also sit in here, and it'll sort of find a home, and then it'll resonate better. For some reason, it just sounds better after a couple of days, and then definitely after like a month or two, you can tell the difference. Right now, the highs are a little bit too high because you can't tell because I'm playing with my fingers, but the highs are a little bit too high because it's brand new. And as the natural oils in my fingers, right, it's like little, I mean, it's not noticeable, but it's like little bits of oil in your that from your skin, that'll basically coat this. So if I play with the pick, it's going to be like. I don't like playing with the pick and singing because it interferes with the singing, right? If I play with the pick, it'll sound like this. There's a feeling I get when I look into the west. Nope, sorry. There's a feeling I get when I look into the west, and my spirit is crying, forgiving. Right, it kind of interferes. Whereas if I play with my fingers, it sounds better. You can hear the vocal more. There's a feeling I get when I look into the west, and my thoughts are hiding home. Forgot the lyrics. All right, so remember, the vocal is the most important thing. This is just, like I said, accompaniment. That's all this is, right? People want to hear the voice. They don't want to hear the guitar much. Or if they do, then the vocal's got to be jacked up. See how high this is? Tinny, right? So that's going to interfere with the vocal. It's better to just go like this. That's how it would sound in a mix. It wouldn't sound like this in a professional mix. Guitars don't sound this bright in a professional mix. All kind of jangly and stuff, right? Alright. I guess I'll end with this. Let's see. Where are we here? Alright. This is the end, my beautiful friend, the end. This is the end, my only friend, the end. And the times the sun comes all around, and the trees they fall inside around. This is the end, my only friend, the end. This is the end, my beautiful friend, the end. He's calling the end his friend. The trees are coming around the time. I'm just improvising. Improv is good. This is the end, my beautiful friend, the end.